it seems really kind of suspicious, if you want to say
Get
that
my
word.
message out to the people.
Yet again, it appears to be truly sort of dubious. If you have any desire to say that my message out to individuals, have the option to allow individuals to hear from me. You know, did I see these sort of things in his activities when I knew him? Or when I was around him, did I see him have those bursts of savagery? Simply not. Ice Block has worked up some debate via broadcasting out industry privileged insights, asserting that Jay-Z is blaming everything on Diddy anyway. The situation starts to get interesting. Sting, as he recommend tests, Jay-Z has a background marked by moving away from disputable figures, referring to his past activities with R. Kelly during the level of serious claims drawing matches. Ice 3D Square infers that Jay-Z's momentum activities towards Diddy, who was confronting allegations from different ladies, including one charging wrongdoing during her secondary school years, mirror an example anyway. There are bits of gossip that Jay-Z and Beyonce could try and be safeguarding the music magnet. So, what's reality? Ice Shape gets straight to the point, indicating Jay-Z's possibly dim history with sketchy connections. We should plunge further into this tattle. Yet before we go any further, ensure first that you buy into our channel and hit that notice ringer for additional updates and recordings like this presently. How about we get moving? Ice 3D Square is suggesting that Jay-Z might be isolating from Diddy due to the extraordinary tension Diddy is under. Obviously, he would rather not face a similar outcome, as tales on Jay-Z's crazy tricks have additionally been circumventing in Hollywood after a very long time in the business. Ice 3D Square is saying that Jay-Z actually might be more terrible than Diddy, blaming him for having questionable associations with underage young ladies. It's a ton to take in, yet it's not thoroughly frightening or new, given the tireless claims about Hit Bounce's horrible storyline. They say that birds of a similar quill run together, and it seems like Ice 3D Squat R is dropping stunners that can possibly shake the hip jump industry overall. What I understand with the club makes them so distraught is the point at which you would rather not be a piece of the club. Jay-Z, we call each other. Scene, okay, better believe it. No doubt no other person could consider me. Cian, he's the main individual who sure endorsed for a really long time bits of gossip and murmurs in regards to Jay-Z's not exactly wonderful standing have been flowing behind the scenes. These bits of gossip don't have anything to do with the famous Becky with the great hair discussion. Alarming cases highlight his complicity in the business endeavor to impact secondary school understudies and his help of others in such manner. And upsetting gossip that has persevered is the case that Saucy Brown was first drawn nearer by Jay-Z when she was 14 years of age. Murmurs propose that their undertaking began when she was just 15 and he was 24 years of age, which just elevates the concern. It's most certainly startling, yet, as Ice 3D Square calls attention to these sorts of terrifying stories are generally typical in the perplexing universe of Hollywood, where unnerving things really do sporadically occur in secret ways. It's gotten worser. Worser yet. It's deteriorated, adding a win to this tangled story. Jay-Z, in the end, tended to these tales in his tune Picasso Child, where he vila expressed, I stuck nothing in the fox's container, except for cursed assuming that I messed everything up in this expressive guard. He recognized the endeavors to discolor his standing in the traditional press. Strangely saucy, earthy colored herself, wasn't satisfied about Jay-Z raising this delicate subject. In a meeting, she uncovered that she had encouraged Jay to allow the bits of gossip to slide, communicating her shock when he dropped that specific line in the melody. Now, with everything whirling about Jay-Z, it was presumably the best move to limit any association with him, understanding what sort of individual the music makers related with. She fundamentally saved her life by denying all that. I was not worried for my profession, like to the extent that a craftsman I realized, I wasn't man anyway. She felt a sense of urgency to examine that humiliating line from her teen years, recommending but the intensity she felt from individuals examining her age could have been the reason Jay chose to address it in his melody. Saucy commented, was I stunned when Jay said the lion and Picasso Child? Yes, since we discussed that we have a set of experiences that supplants music, we know how this business functions. This unforeseen disclosure adds one more layer in question, revealing insight into the intricacies of connections inside the music business and the connections people might go to safeguard their notorieties. Jay-Z's associations with sketchy episodes expand further. Strikingly, His previous relationship with R. Kelly, R. Kelly's association in a suitable relationship with artist Aaliyah, when she was only 15 years of age, is factual. Purportedly, R. Kelly used his impact in the business to get misrepresented administrative work, expressing she was 18, prompting their possible marriage, which was subsequently dissolved when enough truth about her age arose. Incredibly, Jay-Z sought after Aaliyah after his relationship with R. Kelly. He's dealt with me like a girl. I'm his girl. I'm his craftsman. I'm his beginning and end. In a long time back, there was this horrendous talk out what is going on with you and our ass per ice solid shape. These accounts are not offered the consideration in spite of adequate proof that could ensnare Jay-Z close by his pain companion R. Kelly. One analyst commented, if we're being straightforward, I accept Jay-Z would have participated in a few dubious exercises. He used to be my #1 rapper after Large died. Then I began to see that he's sort of a misfit. Another client added, he might represent a huge ific risk until he's totally all alone and not given any help by the higher-ups. They might just blame everything on him. Many were astonished that Jay-Z didn't reduce most, if not all, connection with R. Kelly, even after the embarrassment, including Aaliyah, admitted. Rather, they teamed up on a collection and surprisingly set out on a visit together. These disclosures shed light on the upsetting examples of conduct inside the music business and raise inquiries regarding Jay-Z's affiliations and activities, all through his vocation, the tangled trap of bits of hearsay encompassing Jay-Z's relationship adds one more layer of intricacy to his persona. Claims recommend that Jay-Z might have had some type of contribution with saucy earthy colored who was as old as Aaliyah in this manner, subverting any cases to moral key position. Besides, murmurs circled that Jay-Z had his sights set on Aaliyah, notwithstanding her unlawful union with his companion R. Kelly, energizing strains and stress connections minor quite a while back. There was this awful gossip out. What is going on with you and Aaron? See, are all of you wedded or not? No. Aaliyah wound up at the focal point of a heartfelt competition between Jay-Z and his companion woman Run. While she went on dates with the two men, she seemed to foster more deeply felt affections for Lady, which supposedly disrupted Jay-Z. Lady himself recognized this dynamic, expressing she wasn't not kidding about Jay-Z. It was only a circumstance where Aaliyah was the kind of young lady that would offer you a chance she didn't mind in what individuals thought or whatever, so she'd date you and be your companion. When Aaliyah and Lady's relationship extended, Jay-Z's reaction was, as far as anyone knows, not exactly elegant relationship. Well, you got to acknowledge rap is likewise business now. Business, then is the business going to gobble you up? During this period, Jay-Z diverted his heartfelt concentration towards Beyonce, imagining them as a definitive power couple anyway. For this vision to emerge, he really wanted Beyonce to climb as the main woman in the business. This disclosure adds one more layer of interest to Jay-Z's own and proficient life, revealing insight into the intricacies and